sports, and entertainment news. Right here on UTAG.
Hello there, welcome to the afternoon news on Ghana Talks Radio. My name is Sandra Asante. Top stories. First Lady donates 50,000 cedis to Apiate Support Fund. Also, Ethiopia and Sudan families sue U.S. over visa delays. Rwanda ambassador selling coffee on TikTok is really trending. Senior Somali commander killed as forces clash. These are more stories after the break. Stay tuned.
We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on UTR News. The news others choose. Get it big, get it here. Listen to all your live mixes, live radio programs, and live entertaining and news package programs right here from GTR, Ghana Talks Radio. We bring you local news, business news, international, sports, and entertainment news. Right here on UTR.
You're most welcome back from the break to a first story. The Ashanti Regional Command of the Ghana National Fire Service says more fire disasters are being recorded in the region in the early part of 2022 as 260 cases were recorded in January alone. Fire outbreaks have in recent times led to the destruction of properties worth millions of Ghana cedis and also displaced many. The Ashanti Regional Fire Commander, ACFO1 Henry Giwa, however, explained that the situation is not as alarming as they seem since his outfit has intensified sensitization on the fire-related issues.
Last year, now this year, because last year nyabe 111, this year nyabe 260. But me makumantu because me nim the ekoso because ye cheche eko ye the numbers are more bia and tisisia me biki tua bia obia free. At times I will kokra na ejanukra na omukra mo edunu dada because of intete amo muno into munim diom eso munye about 25% kra yekwa yadum dada so enye na about 50% kra bushfires means enye bushfires here nim say plantations some of these are small so bushfire be backyard kra na so enye sa although there's increments enye sa to say because ye pese obia said bibi pape wafre na kwa koduma the ebe has a human resource ni logistics no na we overstretch it but government is there to assist. However, if obinso nyakupo itachi na kuma no pese umbwa yenso it's also welcome. Advice na ni say ye koso checha manfo adie say enye say epebrim say the bia fires no kosro. And because ignition temperature is cold low, and is any scratch beer na we na ginseng.
UTR News. The news others choose.
To our next story, the University Teachers Association of Ghana UTAG has agreed to call off its strike action after a meeting with Parliament Education Committee, the Education Minister and the Labour Minister. This was disclosed by the ranking member on Education Committee in Parliament, Peter Nochu-Kotoi, in an interview. The committee earlier met with the leadership of UTAG, the Education Minister and the Labour Minister to bring finality to the impasse between UTAG and the government. According to the Akati North MP, upon appeal by the committee, the university lecturers have resolved to call off the strike on the condition that government settles the outstanding issues. The Labour Division of the Accra High Court on Monday pleaded an injunction on UTAG strike. The order from the court follows an appeal by the National Labour Commission and LC for an interlocutory injunction to suspend the strike by UTAG while negotiations continue. Still on UTAG-related issues, the University of Professional Studies Accra UPSA chapter of the University Teachers Association of Ghana UTAG has rescinded its decision to return to class on Monday, February 21st. According to UPSA UTAG, by the fact that they are members of the national body, any decisions taken by the National Executive Council (NEC) of the UTAG bans on lecturers in UPSA as well. This follows an earlier letter which has indicated the lecturers in the school were to resume active teaching on Monday. That directive had the wake of an injunction placed on UTAG strike by the Labour Division of the Accra High Court. With the injunction, UTAG is required to suspend the strike action and return to the negotiation table. The order from the court follows an appeal by the National Labour Commission for an interlocutory injunction to suspend the strike by UTAG while negotiations continue. UTAG is expected to halt the strike until the court determines the substantive application by NLC. The court presided over by Justice Frank Abodje-Roxon noted that ongoing negotiations between the parties may not yield any result if the industrial action continues, hence the injunction. However, the NEC of UTAG says till it has resorted its legal team on the way forward, the strike will continue unabated. Subsequently, UPSA UTAG has indicated it resolved to wait for the decision of the NEC of UTAG on the interlocutory injunction.
UTAG News. UTAG News.
Still on local stories, the First Lady Rebecca Akufo-Addo has donated 50,000 Ghana cedis to the Apiate Support Fund for the reconstruction and rehabilitation of the Apiate community. In her remark, the First Lady disclosed that she has already made an earlier donation of some relief items sent out to the victims of Apiate when the incident first occurred. She said the incident is a huge tragedy that has troubled all Ghanaians, and as a senior citizen of Ghana and a mother full of empathy for her children, it is not only right, she also adds her contribution to help Apiate. The First Lady also encouraged all Ghanaians to do what they can help restore the livelihoods of the people of Apiate. The chairperson of the fund, Reverend Dr. Joyce Aye, on behalf of the committee, expressed her profound gratitude to the First Lady for her pathetic gesture to reconstruction of the Apiate community. Madam Joyce said the First Lady has proven that she is indeed the mother of the nation, adding that she knows her contribution will go beyond material things considering her soft spot for women and children. Madam Joyce Aye also gave account of the amount raised for the Apiate Fund.
The reconstruction team to give us what they have. Oh, I forgot to say that today we collected 50,000 CDs from the Chinese embassy. They called us to come and collect it. So it's coming up gradually. But as I mentioned that we have a pledge of 2 million from the Minerals Commission. We have 100,000 paid by the president. We have 61,000, the equivalent of $10,000 paid by Pelangio. Yesterday we received 50,000, which we're paying to the bank. You know, so when you add it up, I know we have about, actually paid in, we have about 68,000 at the Ghana Commercial Bank and about 150,000 at Stanbic. But we still have this 50 we've collected with yesterday and today.
UTAG News. The news others choose.
You're still tuning in and watching live on Facebook, the afternoon news on Ghana Talks Radio, away from the local stories and business stories. And the Greater Accra Regional Coordinator of the Nations Builder Corps in NAPCO, Alhaji Baba, has assured the trainees will be paid their locked-up stipends. Some personnel of NAPCO hit the street of Accra to protest against the non-payment of their stipends by the government. They are on 4-month salary arrears, but according to them, the government has failed to pay them, hence the protest. Speaking to journalists after receiving their petition, Alhaji Baba said, "We will not victimize anybody. We are colleagues and therefore it is in their best interest."
Their payment. A lot of them have currently gotten employed, but they are refusing to decline from the system, and that is what we. That is why this headcount is just to help resolve those problems. It is to the headcount will make sure that those who are actively working get paid. in earnest.
But the question is, why is the headcount going on, especially for a day like this?
No, it is part of our roadmaps that we've designed, and so it just unfortunately that it coincided with your demonstration.
It's no victimization.
And no, please. We will not victimize anybody. We are colleagues.
UTAG News. The news others choose.
To our next business story, some market women in the Job and Sewa market in Koforidua in the eastern region have expressed their disgust over an attempt by the government to introduce the electronic levy, the E-levy, despite uproar by the majority of Guineans. According to the market women, the levy will worsen hardships and will also have the effect on their businesses since they mostly take payment and transactions to their client on the mobile money platform. The market women call on the government to rescind the decision to pass the E-levy since it will have a dire economic consequences on them.
UTAG News. The news others choose.
In international stories, Sudanese and Ethiopian families who won a lottery allowing them to move to the U.S. have sued the government over delays in processing their entry visas. The 12 families in the lawsuit, referred to as Tesfaye versus Blinken, says the U.S. government is unlawfully withholding their visa hearing process by refusing to reassign the cases to other embassies away from the ones in Khartoum and Addis Ababa, which have not resumed routine visa processing. Under the U.S. Immigration and Nationality Act, all winners of the diversity visa programs might be scheduled for immigrant visa interviews before the end of the fiscal year, which is 30th September, unless the court intervenes. One of the lawyers representing the family says they have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to become permanent residents, but the government kept depatrioting their cases. If their visas are not issued by 30th of September, they lose a golden opportunity, and to do so, it does not really feel good. That's what the Curtis Lee Morrison is saying. Raphael Urena, another lawyer, says the U.S. has failed to live up to its commitment to the African diaspora, particularly to diversity of the visa applicant. We move to Rwanda, and Rwanda's ambassador to China, James Kimonyo, has embraced social media to market coffee and chili from the East African country. Mr. Kimonyo told the BBC focused on Africa Radio that he had to move away from the traditional way of advertising in exhibitions after seeing that China's online shopping industry was huge. The ambassador last month caused a stir on social media when he donned an overall and wrote on a delivery bag to deliver Rwanda coffee to a customer who had purchased online. China's TikTok economy is about $5.4 trillion, and not only that, China is the biggest internet users, and it has also a larger number of online shoppers and is well connected with 99% of the population owning mobile phones, and the mobile payment system here are very effective, he told the media. Mr. Kimonyo has been in Beijing for 3 years and says this is a new way to conduct diplomacy in an evolving world. A senior commander in Somalia's central Hiran region has been killed during a clash between the country's security forces. Haramad military unit officer was a shuffle with a local police and a police chief was shot during the incident. The paramilitary officer had been deployed to the Baliwani district during the ongoing parliamentary elections. Baliwani district governor Osman Diso Indubo says 2 officers were wounded in the scuffle and they are being treated in a hospital, the Anolo News Agency reported. We move to Malawi, and a case of a wild polio has emerged in Africa for the first time in 5 years, the World Health Organization WHO has said. Malawian health authorities have declared an outbreak of wild poliovirus type 1 after a case was detected in the capital, Lilongwe, the WHO stated. The poliovirus paralyzed a 3-year-old girl. The laboratory test found the strain to be the same as the circulating one in Pakistan. The health authorities concluded on that Afghanistan and Pakistan are the only 2 countries where wild polio is endemic. Polio is highly infectious diseases. The virus invading the nervous system and can cause total paralysis within hours. The last known case in the wild polio in Africa occurred in 2016 in the Borno State, Nigeria. The continent was declared free of indigenous wild polio in 2020. Still on international stories, police in Ottawa has detained 2 leaders of the trucker convoy in the Canadian capital as they move to break up the last stronghold of the protest against the nation's COVID rules. Tamara Lynch was arrested on Thursday evening after Chris Baba was held, and both expected to be charged criminally, according to CBC News. Authorities have already cleared other protest location at border crossing. It comes day after Canada invoked an emergency law for the first time. However, officers were not yet moving in force on the remaining demonstrators on Thursday night, although interim Ottawa Police Chief Steve Bell warned earlier that if they do not peacefully leave, they have plans for them. The Emergencies Act invoked by Prime Minister Justin Trudeau on Monday imposes bans on public assembly in some areas, among other measures. To some entertainment stories, American rapper Lil Wayne will play his first UK show in several years at the Strawberries and Cream Festival. The 39-year-old musician has sold more than 20 million albums nationwide and won 5 Grammy Awards. He was forced to cancel a UK tour in 2011 after his visa application was reportedly rejected by UK border authorities due to a prior convictions. His performance at the Cambridge event will be his only European show in 2022, festival organizers said. Strawberries and Cream, which has been running since 2014, has also continued its pledge from last year to feature more female acts. Artists such as Mabel, Elame, and Thames will be part of the lineup as well. This is why I end the afternoon news on Ghana Talks Radio. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching it live on Facebook. You can log on to our website, www.ghanatalksradio.com, for more news update. My name is Sandra Asan.